Recently on YouTube, I've seen a wave of people speedrunning decade-old Flash games that most of Gen Z would have played in elementary school. Games that just took an internet connection and slightly more than a cardboard cutout of a computer monitor with a button and screen drawn on it in terms of hardware. For those of you who might not know, speedrunning a video game is where a player tries to beat a certain level, portion, stage, bonus area, etc. of a game in as little time as possible, often to demonstrate the main elements of how the game they're playing is beaten, as a bite-sized walkthrough, or just to show off their skills. Speedruns have been done on all types of video games for years, pretty much since the inception of screen-captured gameplay. But these Coolmath titles you'd play in 3rd grade and their speedruns have cropped up in my feed despite the fact that besides for content related to video games, I haven't shown much of an interest in anything like this. One of the games that was ran was, well, Run 3. A surprisingly exciting game that I guess qualifies as a platformer in which the player has to control what platforms the character jumps on amidst changing environments, lack of something to run on, falling, platforms, and delayed reflexes as that little gray alien dashes through the cosmos. And I only realized more and more of my gaming roots as I dove deeper into it. Once I saw the tunnel levels of that game, I knew I had to see this, as it was much more than a sense of vague familiarity. Duck Life, a game in which you have to do duck races to save a destroyed farm, was one even I didn't have much trouble beating in under half an hour, but still had value in going back to it. When I was rewatching the speedrun for Duck Life, it hit me. The idea that these games were actually really fun. Duck Life is a tedious game, but so thrilling to the point where it does more than make up for it, and the whole experience is really fun and satisfying. Another game, one where I got much more creative than I should have, was Papa's Pizzeria, a pizza making game where I would usually intentionally try to feed my customers the worst poison ever conceived by man, just to see their reactions, rarely trying to ever actually finish the game, although I would have preferred the option to see them vomit like in Coffee Shop. At first glance, I thought to myself, why would these now outdated games that maybe only kids in elementary school are playing now, suddenly getting analyzed, speedrunned, revisited, and just having the creative content value be squeezed out of them? And why now? But as more and more memories were conjured up about what seems like another life, in which almost nothing mattered, I couldn't help but be interested, and I'm immensely glad I was. I was hit with waves upon waves of nostalgia just watching other people play these games that I didn't even realize I had fond memories of until now. Up until this point, I hadn't even realized that there was such a sentimental value revisiting these kinds of Flash titles so many kids grew up earlier the last decade had played. This was my escapism from the mundane and stressful alike, and most of the time, I did it when I was in environments like that, and it was where I got so much of my interest in gaming from. So whatever value people might place in these Coolmath games now, just know that the nostalgia I've been brought now is because of their value.